Juventus pack. The pack that now begins to smell like bogus thing. Let's go with Vlahovic. He is almost like Haaland type of player. He lacks the speed that Haaland has, but you can increase that speed. With the speed, you can increase his kicking power to 90 and finishing to 85. I would have his low pass 65. 65, sorry guys. Every time when I start talking, hiccups emerge. 65 on low pass, and I would increase his ball control and tight possession to 80 and dribbling to 75. And with the acceleration over 80, you will have over almost 90 of offensive awareness, so you will have an exceptional striker with Vlahovic. Unwavering form as well. So yeah. Good set of stats he has already, because he is more as a deeper and he doesn't have that long range shooting. Even though he has kicking power, you don't need to increase his finishing, but ball control, dribbling and tight possession needs to be around 82. Low pass needs to be around 88. I will increase finishing to 70. Speed and acceleration around 80. And 75 on defensive awareness. And the rest I would put on physical contact balance, something like that. So you can have a perfect deep player and with good ability to pass, strong shot, good evening Abe, and good defensive. Kostic. Honestly, I will increase his speed and acceleration. Speed needs to be around 82, acceleration around 90. So he can increase this offensive awareness. He needs to be having offensive awareness above 75. Now, if you want to have him more defensive-like player, but I wouldn't advise because you don't need it, he can have defensive awareness around 60. You need to increase his ball control, dribbling, and tight possession, because Kostic actually has that in real life. He's not this kind of wobbly thingy who loses the ball when he starts running. So ball control, dribbling, tight possession, especially tight possession, needs to be above 75. Ball control, dribbling needs to be around 80. Low pass and lofted pass. Low pass needs to be around 82 or 83. Lofted pass needs to be around 90. You already have good curl for finishing. Balance is a key because he needs to have it. Yes, I'm reviewing the pack. Balance you need to actually increase to 75, so if he can run with that ball and not wobble like he is clumsy ass. So yes, jumping you don't need on him. Physical contact needs to be around 70, so if he can take the ball because of the aggression and defensive engagement, and that's it. That is how you actually develop Kostic. Danilo as offensive fullback, I would increase his defensive awareness around 80, to be honest. Tight possession to 75. Low pass and lofted pass, I would increase it to 80. And speed and acceleration around 82, 83, something like that. Because honestly, I believe Danilo can be a good defensive fullback, not just a defensive center back, and he can play virtually every position. So balance you don't need on him because you're not going to dribble with him. His main thing is, if he's in attack, he needs to cross. If he's in defense, he needs to take the ball. So defensive awareness needs to be around 80, so he can have that aggression, defensive engagement, and tackling over. Well, aggression will be around 70 something, but engagement and everything else is going to be around 80 as well. Chiesa, the strongest player in this pack, but sadly Chiesa is not playing in real life. But he's prolific winger. He has decent kicking power, decent finishing, but I would increase his finishing to 80. Kicking power with the speed, I will increase it to 82 as well. Acceleration, I would increase to 90, so he can get better offensive awareness. Sorry, to probably 80 something. And the rest, well, low pass needs to be around 75 because, well, he's not going to cross or anything else. You don't need to cross or anything with him. You need to cut from the side and curl it into the goal. So low pass needs to be around 75. And dribbling and ball control and tight possession needs to be all around 85. Well, dribbling will increase to 90, but all of this needs to be around 85. So, and you will have the best probably, and he's super sub. You will probably have the best prolific winger in the game. Well, I bet he just come from the injury, but I don't think he's fully Chiesa that we all know from Juventus, because I'm a Juventus fan and I know how Juventus is actually. I know them in the soul. Evo Slavene, nije loše, čekam da mi se jave protivnici za turnir, pa dotle radim review. He can play in half an hour. Okay. Speed, acceleration needs to be, especially acceleration needs to be around 80. Defensive engagement, high as much. Balance you don't need. Anything on the attack side you don't need, because he's extra frontman, but 65 pass is good. You are not going to use him that much in the attack. His defensive awareness needs to be around almost 90. Speed and acceleration is the things that you need to increase, and jumping and heading as well. And you will have also perfect extra frontman. Szczesny. I think this is by far the weakest goalkeeper of 5 stars. I wouldn't advise him, not even for Division 2 matches. Every time that I played against Szczesny, he conceded the stupidest goals ever. What you need to do is obviously increase his reflexes, but 75 with increasing reflexes is going to be around 88, something like that. Defensive engagement, goalkeeping awareness is going to be also around 88, something like that. He can be all-round goalkeeper, but he's not going to be Donnarumma, he's not going to be Kahn, he's not going to be Schmeichel, he's not going to be Cech, he's not going to be Dida, he's not going to be Alisson. None of them. Oblak, Courtois, you name it. So honestly, if you get Szczesny, just dissolve him so you can have experience points. And Keane, decent goal poacher. He has excellent pace. I would increase his low pass to 65. Finishing, I would increase to 85. And the rest I would allocate on acceleration, so he can have also offensive awareness. Ball control, dribbling needs to be around 80, so he can control that ball. Balance you also need to increase to 70 something, so he can control that ball when he runs, because balance is important as much as ball control, dribbling and tight possession when he has the ball and he's attacking with it. Those 4 attributes are the key attributes for a good striker. Good pacey striker, to be exact. So yeah, that you don't need jumping on him, because, well, honestly, he's not going to, even though he has heading, his jumping is not going to give you any advantage with him. And his form is inconsistent, so terrible. So from all of these players, who I would advise would be good for Division 1 teams are obviously Vlahovic, obviously Chiesa, obviously Bremer, obviously Locatelli. Kostic could be a decent backup, Danilo could be a decent backup, and those 2 guys are flops. Honestly, those 2 guys are flops. And because I'm a Juventus fan, I will spin. I'm hoping to get Vlahovic, Bremer and Chiesa. But knowing the things that I said just right now, I'm going to get the flops. Okay, Kostic. I already have the Serbian version from nominated contract, so I can, and I create that Kostic a little bit defensive, so I can create this Kostic to be offensive. Come on, Chiesa. I need you for the tournament, actually. Chiesa would be a decent addition for my squad for this tournament that I will play. Come on, Chiesa. Come on, Chiesa. Come on, Chiesa. Vlahovic. Well, I'm going to keep him as well because two Serbian players. What a luck. Come on, Chiesa. Come on, Chiesa on the last spin. On the last spin, come on, Chiesa. Well, okay, Locatelli, decent. For Italian squad, because I think we're probably going to get the new